what to do if your ads aren't working or if you're not sure if they are working. Let's go ahead and dive into it. First, hi, I'm Jenny, CEO here at Ads Uncorked. We help Shopify stores grow to 7 figures every single year with Facebook and Instagram ads, and I want to dive into my own ad account. I want you to see how things are going for my ads, some new ads that I've launched that aren't doing what I want them to do, and I don't have all of the numbers that I want to see yet, and I'm not sure exactly which ones will pull through for me. And I want to have a very vulnerable look at the ads that I'm running and show you what I'm analyzing when I don't really know. I don't really have that indicator of, hey, this is an ad that's clocking great purchases. How do I analyze the data and information? What am I going to do with it? So come take a peek here. These are ads. I have this opened up the month of January. Really, I started most of these earlier this week. So they've only been running for a few days. And I want to show you some of these initial, I kind of call them my North Star metrics or indicators that show me that something might be working or isn't working. So I want to show you guys, I have a mini product here. It is all about how to grow your email list affordably with Facebook and Instagram ads. And the issue I'm running into is these ads are pretty expensive to run. I'm trying to figure out how to drive down the cost. Why are they expensive? Well, it's because advertising to advertisers, advertising to people interested in marketing, it's an extremely expensive niche. If I were just trying to reach women in the United States within a certain age group, it'd be dirt cheap comparatively, but I'm really going after a super specific, very competitive market. And so they are expensive. I'm not too concerned about it, but I need to pay really close attention to my metrics. And I want to show you what metrics I'm watching and how I know that some are probably going to pan out for me and some are probably not going to pan out for me. So like I said, I'm running 3 different ads right now, all pointing people towards a mini product I have on how to grow your email list. And right now I've clocked 1 purchase so far this week. And actually the person ended up buying an upsell. So it totaled $108. Great. Okay. That's nice. However, I'm not yet generating a profit. I did on the ad that clocked the purchase, but the others aren't doing, I don't have like 30 data points of people who have purchased. And I just want to show you how I analyze this information. So what I'm looking at here, there's a few different things. If you open up to performance and clicks, here you'll be able to see what your link click-through rate is. What I'm trying to shoot for here is a link click-through rate above 1%. Above 1% shows me that people are really resonating with what they're seeing. They're liking what they're seeing like visually, so the video or the image I'm using, and then they're also enjoying what they're seeing in the ad itself. So everything here is clocking out just fine. You can see this one ad is turned off because the click-through rate is just way too low. And even with this, it's just costing more than I wanted to. So there are a few different things I'm gonna do to try and drive that down. I will try some new audiences. Like I said, this is fresh and brand new. So I'm gonna try some new audiences, but one metric in particular that I really want you to take a look at is my cost per initiated checkout. Because what people are doing is they're being served an ad and then they're gonna be brought to my mini product sales page. And then some people are clicking to start the checkout process, and that's what I'm measuring as an initiate checkout. And I want you to take a look at this here. When I don't have enough purchases to be like, oh yes, this one's clocked 8 purchases, great, we'll go all in on this. What I need to do is I need to take one step backwards and look at that next best metric. There's a few of them I'm looking at, but one I want to zoom in on today that you can apply to your account too if you're running ads for product sales is the cost per initiate checkout. There isn't a hard set rule. This absolutely depends on the price point of your product and how much you're paying for your advertising. But I want you to look at the variation that I have here in regards to the cost per initiated checkout. This is my initiate checkout column over here. And some are coming in at $439, $226, $303, and $802. And so I just want to solidify for you how I'm looking at this. Can you see how we absolutely can see that, yeah, we had 7 initiated checkouts. They cost $8 a piece, way too expensive. We can also confirm that with that low link click-through rate, so the rate at which they're clicking through. So that one is off. Feel very good about that. And I want you to look at these other 3 that I have on right now. This one's coming in at $226, so I've got my eye on this one. This one is not yet clocked to purchase. However, the cost to get someone to add to cart is by far the lowest out of all these. Well, why am I still running these others? Because it's still such early days. Like I said, I started these ads this week, and I'm going to want to let these run for 1 to 2 weeks and just see what information comes in, see which one continues to have a low initiate checkout. And assuming I send enough people to my website, I know what the conversion rate is of my page. I'm going to feel comfortable kind of dialing in and turning up ad spend as I see more information coming in. So it's a bit of a waiting game here right now. If you found this brief video tutorial to be helpful, I want you to check out Metrics That Matter. Within this mini course, I go ahead and I outline for you all of the different metrics that I analyze for all of my client ad accounts. Now, this is just one simple example of a metric that I like to keep tabs on, but I have a number of others, as well as some benchmarks. You can see all of the benchmarks that I shoot for my clients when it comes to cost per initiate checkout, the link click-through rate that I want to see, the return that I shoot for, and you can also see what I do when I'm not seeing the numbers I want to see. What are those different ad variations, the tweaks and the changes that I make to make sure that my clients are running ads that are profitable for their business? Check it out.